We're live, we're live, we're live, and we are going to talk about it this morning. We do have a topic, and
we're going to talk about how was your weekend and our topic.
And we will be back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Like. It's Monday.
It's Monday cardio and leg day for you too.
I hope you took some time to step away from everything on yesterday and the day before this past weekend. I hope you got some recreation in. And we do have a topic today. And we probably will also have story time today.
Story time.
I got to see Melissa and Stephanie and Dr. Deborah on yesterday. Always nice to be able to be surrounded by the power of the circle, and I look forward to it. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. We had date night on Friday night, went out to dinner, and then we went to the cigar bar. Had a good time there. Saturday, I got a chance to Saturday I had a wonderful time to be interviewed by Miss Taria Hodge. I got interviewed by her on Saturday morning. Lisa and I had a business meeting Saturday afternoon, and then I came home and I was able to watch some stuff and have a cigar. And for me, Sunday, I got a chance to, Sunday, for me, I don't know what got in me, but Sunday morning, I got up earlier than I normally do on a Sunday morning and actually went out to a basketball court myself with my new basketball that I just bought. So I went out to the basketball court and I shot for maybe 15, 20 minutes. That's about all. But it was a chance to wake up some muscles, and that I haven't used in a long time, basketball type of muscles, shoot some shots, make some shots, and I had a chance to, just do things that I would normally do and realize how much more challenging they are. Like, for example, there's a move in basketball called a layup. It's a layup. It's actually self-descriptive. You come up on the basket at an angle and lay the ball up against the backboard in such a way that it'll bounce off the backboard and fall in. And there's fundamental basketball, basically a layup. They're easy. You're supposed to make them all. I had a goal to make a layup from the left side, right side, and one free throw. Okay, swish a free throw. Okay. As I was going to the layup, I realized how high that backboard actually is. And the reason why it's high is because when I used to play ball, I would jump up and it wasn't so high. But I don't got nearly the jump up anymore. So I'm not jumping like I used to jump. So it's higher. It's not so much a lay. It's almost like a shot. And I used to think, I was marveling. I used to slap the backboards as I lay it up for fun. For fun. Lay it up and pow, like that. That seems so foreign to me right now. But anyway, I did it. So I did the basketball. Then I came home and I did a chest workout on my bench with some dumbbells. It's a dumbbell chest workout. And then I took a break after that. And then I went back and I did chest and back. I also did some bent over rowing. So that's back as well. And then I went back later on and I did an arms workout, biceps and triceps, curls, extensions, all that kind of stuff. So I worked out this weekend, Sunday. And today's leg day. We don't neglect leg day. Today is legs and cardio.
So. I was laughing at Jamie Foxx was talking about leg day and the fact that he can beat you, but he can't chase you.
Yeah, he's been working out almost exclusively upper body. So now he can beat you up, but he can't catch you.
Can't catch you. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Dr.
Good
Deborah.
morning. Good
Hey,
morning. Good
Katura.
morning.
How
How
are
was your
you?
week? How was your weekend, Lisa? I told mine. How was yours?
My weekend was great. I had the opportunity yesterday to support Dr. Deborah's fellowship, and she's doing a great job assembling the power to support and collaborate. Dr. Deborah, I got to see Stephanie, I got to see Melissa, and I am really grateful for the collaboration.
Oh, Lord.
It's something about sitting forward. I don't know what it is, but almost on time, I yawn at 9:03, and I assure you I'm not tired.
Eat.
No, and I wish you weren't. But anyway, I had a great time doing that. And then on yesterday, I had some time to read and visualize, and I really enjoyed doing that. And today, we were able to come up with a good topic this morning. The topic is moaning versus moving. Moaning or moving. Now, so many of us have gotten our PhD in moaning or mourning or complaining, if you will. And I want us to look at it.
Bitching.
Yeah, probably more than just the military would call it bitching, but it's moaning versus moving. The reason we talk about mourning is because there's a story that Brian tells that we've heard before that I would like to give him the opportunity to tell again, if you will, about the dog and the nail.
I know that story well.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I chose it.
We will tell that story about the dog and the nail. And you probably heard it too, but you might not have heard the way I tell it. But moaning versus moving. Now, permit the word, you've heard the word before. I was in the Army. And the word we used about it was bitching. It's called bitching, is what it was. Bitching. Bitch, bitch, bitch. That's all you do. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Okay. And it was actually a curriculum in bitching, which is complaining. Bitching is complaining or whining. Okay. Oh, man, that's bitching. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Stephanie, for calling out Miss Phyllis to join bitching, us this morning.
So you go to what's called basic training when you first go to military, and you get introduced to the concept of bitching. Okay, you learn what it is, you learn how to use it. Okay, you learn how to use bitching when you first go to basic training. Then you go to what's called AIT, Advanced Individual Training, which is your schooling, which is going to be on your profession. Okay, you get a little better at bitching then. You get much better. You get a lot more training in it. On how to complain and whine and moan. And by the time you finish your school and you get to any other advanced trainings, you get a little bit better at it. By the time you get to what's called permanent party, which is your real job, you're a master. You're polished in your bitching skills. Okay, you're polished at it. Now, the thing is, with us as adults, we get to practice it all our lives. And by the time you reach a certain age, unless you have actively put some positive stuff in you, that means reading positive stuff or listening to positive stuff. If you don't actively do that, you get really, really good at your whining skills and your complaining skills. And you do it all the time. And it's almost like a language for you. So, but there's a cure.
The story that I want you to tell is about the dog and the nail.
I'm going to tell it.
Okay.
Oh, you want to tell it right now?
So
I'll tell it now.
It's really easy to choose moaning or bitching over action.
Yes. This neighbor was walking down his block and he sees one of his neighbors sitting on the front porch, which he's always doing. And his dog is laying next to him, and the dog is laying next to him wailing. Oh, man's just sitting there, and the dog is there wailing. Oh, and he says, neighbor, what's going on with your dog? Oh man, he's sitting on a nail. He's laying down on a nail, and the nail hurts him. And the dog is going, oh. He said, why don't your dog get up and move? He said, it hurts him, but it don't hurt him bad enough to get him up and move. So since he don't want to get up and move, he's going to lay there and wail about it and whine about it. Some of the stuff that we wail about in our lives hurts us, but not enough to cause us to move. Message.
It really can be a challenge. It can be a challenge to be simply uncomfortable, but yet not uncomfortable enough
to move.
To take an action, to do something about it, to make a change, an elemental change that could actually impact you going from where you are to where you ultimately desire to be.
Stephanie Marr says, that is sad. Yeah. Les Brown used to tell the story about some of you guys are not going to make it in life because you haven't yet hit rock bottom. You've gotten close, but there's still more you can go down. And he felt there was a genius in hitting rock bottom. Because when you hit the lowest point, there's no other place to go but up. And if you can look up, you can get up. That was his premise. Okay. And when you're at rock bottom, your choice is to stay there or move. There's not anything else as an option. And he was hopeful that his talk would help you decide to get up and go up. You're right, Stephanie. It is sad.
I think the story of the moaning dog is actually indicative of the way many actually choose to live their lives.
Yeah. Instead of doing something about it, these jobs don't pay nothing. I can't make it on this amount of money. Oh, this sucks. I got bills every month. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Wailing. What can you do about it?
Wailing and complaining. Dr. Deborah says, I like that story. It makes you look at different areas of your life. Absolutely. It definitely does. And it makes you determine what is something that is within your control and what is without, is what it ultimately does for me.
My body is so stiff, I'm not limber at all. Wailing. How about if I start stretching? Moving. Right? Go ahead, baby.
All of the different areas in our life are worth evaluating. They're worth deciding what you want. Do you simply accept life, or do you attract the life that you truthfully want? Stephanie says, I don't want to hit rock bottom. I prefer to do something about it before it gets that bad.
That's because you have both eyes open. You're aware. You're aware. That's why you don't want to do that.
Peace and blessings. Kelly, you back in the NC?
What's up, man?
You back in the NC?
Yeah, the story of hurting enough, but not hurting enough to move. Okay, you're going to whine about it because you don't like it, but not enough to move on it. What a horrible place that someone, like Lisa just said, so many people choose to live. Nope, I said choose to live.
It is unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know which it is. It's I think I want to say it's fortunately a choice. Because if it's a choice, then you can choose something else.
You can make a new choice, new decision, which is good news, which is really good news.
Absolutely. And I think it makes a difference in what you get out of life when you choose it specifically according to what you want to happen.
Would it be a good use of your time today if you thought about this kind of stuff you say out loud, think out loud to yourself? What things are you whining about? What are you complaining about that you can fix? The serenity prayer. Lord, grant me the peace to accept the things that I cannot change.
Change the things that I can.
And the wisdom to know the difference. Right? Mm-hmm. If you cannot change it, accept it. But if you can change it, have the courage to change it.
There's so much more things that are in our control than there are that are not.
Oh, my Lord. Say it. There's so many things that are in our control. And you know that's true because when you hear stories about talking to people in the elderly or in the 80s, 90s, 100s, when they look back on their life, they say stuff like, I wish I had taken more trips. That was in their control. I wish I had saved some money. That was in their control. They could have. Looking back on their life, they realize the stuff that they could have done and didn't, and now they regret it.
Yep.
I wish I had taken a trip. I wish I had not just worked with my life and did some dynamic things. That's the things they say.
Well, and absolutely. I get to work with people usually at that critical changing point in their lives when they are determining or realizing, you know what, I wish I had, I wish I did, I wish I did, I wish I could. And then wait a minute, I can. I still have breath in my body, and I still have the ability to make the impact and change in my own life. And I want to go another further.
Okay.
And help somebody else to do the same in their life.
Talk about it.
And I was actually reviewing the final edits in Black Boys to Men, a young Black boy's journey to manhood, written by Rajon M. Jones Sr. And I'm telling you that it is a mindset shift. It is first a choice to do things one way for X amount of time, or allow things for X amount of time. Sometimes we don't realize that we're making a choice by not making a choice. That's right, Kelly.
Which is a choice.
That's a choice. That's a choice. You making a choice by not making a choice, by allowing life to happen and allowing these ancillary choices to supersede your plan B. And actually, I made a post this morning about plan B. So often we have a plan B. When I get finished with college, I'm going to go to, when I get finished with doing this, I'm going to do that. When I get finished with retiring, I'm going to start that. A lot of these plan Bs are simply they should be plan A with the fear extracted.
There's another way I think a lot of people look at plan B. I want to be a stand-up comedian, but if it doesn't work out, I'll go be a school teacher as the backup plan. Okay. Or I want to be whatever. It could be anything. I want to be a personal trainer, but if that doesn't work out, I'll go work telemarketing. Okay. As a backup plan. And there's so many wonderful philosophers, modern day philosophers, Will Smith included. He says you don't need a plan B because it distracts from plan A. And there's other expressions. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, right?
Right.
That concept, don't put all your eggs in one basket, is because the theory is if you put all your eggs in one basket and you drop that basket, then you have a bunch of broken eggs. There's another theory. Put all your eggs in one basket, but really watch over that basket. Pay attention to that basket.
Absolutely. I love the symbolism in the building of the perfect wall versus the laying of the perfect brick. The symbolism and focusing on the one thing instead of continually focusing on so many different things that may be distracting you from the one thing that you should be or could be focusing on.
Go build the wall or lay one brick well, and then lay another brick very well. How did the Egyptians build the pyramids? What? Those things are huge. Lots of bricks, lots of blocks. How did they do that without the technology we have today? They did a lot of little steps. A lot of them.
One brick at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good morning, Sister Felicia. How you doing? She says, good morning, beautiful people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have the opportunity to really have these conversations on a regular, consistent basis.
I thought of a commercial for you too.
Stephanie said aliens. That's how we got the pyramid.
They theorize it because they tried to do it the way they thought they could do it today. And there's no way we could do it. They had these giant blocks because that's what they thought they used, these big blocks. No one man can move that. No 100 men can move that by themselves. They missed the point. The pyramids weren't built the way they designed, so they hypothesized, since we can't figure it out, it might be aliens that did it. So many people were involved. Many hands makes the work light. Okay, you have hundreds and hundreds of people building something, and many of them dying along the way. But hundreds of people building and laying bricks and carrying straw and pouring water. And some of they built once they got it up there. They didn't bring it from the ground. They built it there, the bricks and the straw. Anyway.
That is actually the story of the pyramids, the story of the flood, the story of the whale. All of those things are actually part of the reason why I do what I do. Because when you write your story, when you design your own spiritual, personal, purposeful autobiography, you are telling it from the perspective that you lived it.
It'll change your life. It'll change your life. That thing that you've learned how to do, that thing that you know how to do that helps someone else, your story of your life, of you overcoming, not the story of the problem you're currently having, the story of you overcoming can bless someone. And you got to tell that story. I mean, you owe it to the world to tell that story. You got something in your ear. It's bothering me. A thread like
Is that bothering you?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't know how you got thread in your ear, but you did.
How you know that the thread didn't hold all the flavor in my ear?
I don't even know what that means, but okay. I know you're trying to play a purpose. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Is that what you're talking about? All right. So I'm hoping you guys had a great weekend. I am excited for today. I posted Monday is another opportunity to begin again or something like that. But tonight, oh my goodness, tonight. I had a phone call today, but tonight at 9 p.m., I am hosting for the second time how to get a new client, no BS for free. And this is a very, very high content workshop that I have normally had to charge a lot of money for. This is kind of stuff that I would normally never tell for free. Okay. But I'm going to show it tonight at 9 p.m. You'll be able to, I have the link for you, baby, if you need it.
I know the link.
The subscribe page link. That's the only one that'll work. Mm-hmm. But anyway, but I'm going to do it tonight at 9 o'clock for free. And I know someone is going to get an answer to a question. Someone's going to get a secret. Someone's going to get blessed tonight. I had a phone call today from a professional speaker that I have personally admired for a long time. He sent me a message first saying that I'm going to be there tonight, Brian. I was like, great. So I sent a message back and I looked at all of his stuff and I was like, oh my gosh. And I even had my wife look at some of the stuff that I saw because I didn't want to think that I was just being judgmental. Okay. I said, I had my wife look at this stuff here too. And then I went to his website and I saw some stuff. I was like, oh my gosh. I said, look, man, because I wanted to teach him stuff that I don't plan on covering tonight in the workshop. I said, give me a call today before the workshop. I have some extra stuff I want to offer you. And he called me like right away. After I sent the message, called me right away. So we had us a wonderful conversation. He found great value in it. So I'm excited about sharing with my friend. And, that's what we do. We have some way to share. By the way, if you saw someone about to make a mistake in an area where you could help them, would you tell them? I think that's the ultimate friend thing to do. I think that's a friend thing to do. If you don't tell them, you're not being very friendly, I think. So
I definitely agree that you want to be helpful. I think that
but you ask permission though.
I think that asking permission is critical.
Mm-hmm.
Is a critical component to that because if you don't want the help.
I mean, he could have took it the wrong way. I asked him, could I share something with him? And I asked him, how transparent can I be? And I knew he would. He said, 100%, man. Come on. And I knew he would. For example, not necessarily him, but a lot of entrepreneurs, they don't understand selling concepts. And some of them have learned how to sell many years ago. And they think that's the way the game is done, the way they learned it many years ago. And it's just not. It's just not the same. He used to, there used to be a selling concept called features and benefits selling. IBM and Compaq Computer and Hewlett Packard made it very popular. Features and benefits selling. This is the feature and the way it benefits you is this. And these companies became major players with the same sales talk.
Yeah.
Same concept. The feature and the benefit. The feature and the benefit. And that worked really, really well for a season. But that does not work well for coaching services. It works pretty good for a product, like a computer software product. The features, or a car, features and benefits can work. This is the feature, and this is the way it benefits you. But for an intangible service, something that they can't hold, like coaching or consulting or insurance, something they can't hold, those things have to be sold through the story. And you can't use features and benefits model for that. You got to use a more modern model. And I teach that. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Hey, Brittany, thanks for joining us today. I'm telling you.
Brittany got into the water.
I love it. It's funny. so the week before, she was focusing on telling people where she was in her life, and she wasn't talking about a relationship. She was talking about her purpose, right? And that same week, I had drawn an image of her out having fun. And this week, she's out in the pool. And the week prior, or the like Wednesday, I had actually drawn the image of her in the pool for the book. But not with her father actually getting into the pool.
Did you have that unicorn thing?
No, I didn't. I had her getting into the chair that helps you get lowered into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's what I had. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Sister Jacqueline, Miss Rosie. What's up, girl? How you doing? I hope you had a great weekend, too. Felicia said they probably use more of the brain power than we use today. I believe that they say we only use 10% of our brain. Imagine if we were able to use 50% or more percent of our brain power. Would we be able to move mountains? I think you're right. And I've heard this premise that we use about 10% of our brain power, and I tend to believe that one too. Especially when it comes to things that like nonverbal communication fascinate me. You ever been around someone and you knew exactly what they were thinking? And they knew what you were thinking, or you wanted them to think something, okay, or you wanted them to do something. You were able to make them understand what you wanted to say and do without even saying the words. Or how about your phone rings and you know who it is before you look at your phone? Those things, I think there's a mental communication that we have access to, but we don't know how to use yet. Mm. That's what I think.
That everyone doesn't know how to use yet. There are some people that use them, and they actually call them anomalies or outliers, if you will. But I think that they simply have tapped into different abilities that the mainstream may not have.
Wouldn't it be great if we all could?
Yeah, it would be great. Could tap into our telepathy. We could tap into all of these different things. Brittany says that's exactly how I got into the pool. She got in using the machine that lowers you into the water. And that was the image that I drew. But I put a shower cap on you. Not a shower cap.
A
swimming cap. Yeah.
How about a bonnet? Dr. Deborah says, got to watch from the road, taking the car in for checkups. Okay, cool. Be careful.
Absolutely.
Yep. What a blessing it is to be able to take your car in for a checkup. What a blessing it is to have the provisions to take your car for a checkup. One of my favorite prayers when my wife and I are out to dinner is we thank Lord for the food about to receive in the hands and prepared it. Yes. We also thank him for the provisions that we can afford to do this.
Now.
Yes. Now. She's right.
Yes. We're grateful. We're grateful along the way for every step. I actually was thinking about the lessons that led up to the place where you are, right? As not only as I'm working with my clients, but even as
bless you.
Excuse me, even as I'm evaluating my own life and my own time, I often revert back to or revisit, how did I learn this? Or how did I get here? Or how did I understand this? And I realized that oftentimes it was out of a discomfort or an uncomfortable circumstance that brought to light where you are now.
This the adage that popped to my mind when Lisa was just telling that story just then is how do you succeed in life? You succeed in life with the use of wisdom. How do you get wisdom? Through experience. How do you get experience? Through bad decisions. Okay. You get those bad decisions and you learn a lesson that gives you the experience and that gives you the wisdom so that you can produce it better the next time. Sister Felicia says, I agree. Isn't that something twins are known to have with each other? Isn't that something that twins are known to have with each other? They can feel when the other is in danger. Now, we do have, they call that Corsican brother syndrome, Corsican brothers. These twin brothers, whatever, even if they weren't around each other, if one of them got hurt, the other one felt it. One of them got their hand stepped on or injured their hand, the other one hand hurt too. That's the Corsican brothers things. I'm certain I have that with my wife. If my wife is not feeling well, I'm not going to feel well. If she's in pain, I'm not feeling good either. Definitely Corsican brothers. If her knee hurts, my knee's going to hurt too.
Good morning, Beverly.
Go ahead, read it.
She says, hello, great people, and it begins. I have a speaking engagement next Saturday at North Lake Mall in the food court at 10:30. Here y'all go. Fasten your seatbelts. I'm finished walking, taking off. I'm flying. New day, making big moves. Awesome.
What a great opportunity. And thank you for announcing it. You too, if you're having anything coming up where you get a chance to showcase your brilliance, please share with us. Share with our audience where you get to showcase your brilliance. Dr. Beverly left her job a week ago, and she has a speaking opportunity at North Lake Mall this upcoming Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Whoop, whoop. That's exciting. That's exciting. And then we're going to help her as much as we can be helpful to her. Dr. Beverly, I do encourage you to come to my workshop tonight. It's free. Starts at 9 p.m. It's called How to Get a New Client, No BS. I encourage you to come. All you entrepreneurs that want to get clients, how to get a client, no BS. And none of this, if you just keep following up with them, invite them out to coffee, have coffee with them more than once, learn about all their children, make sure you send all their children, grandchildren, and nieces and nephews birthday cards. Send them cards on a non-traditional holiday instead of just Christmas and Easter, and their birthday. How about send them an ice cream day card or a hula hoop day card? Okay, those things are fine. Okay, those are fine. It ain't gonna be what I talk about.
Absolutely, I'm excited for tonight, for this evening. I'm excited to finish up. I have another author. I actually did finish the edits on this.
I want to say something else too.
What? Go ahead.
I posted a meme of my wife and I laughing with each other, enjoying ourselves. We were laughing, and I posted a meme. I made a meme saying, and then she said she doesn't sell. She said she doesn't sell, that people just buy from her without her selling. Okay, and we were sharing a laugh about that thought, that you don't have to sell and people will just buy from you. Ha ha ha, that's funny. But people missed the mark when they were commenting on it. They just were celebrating a cute picture. They didn't get the message I wanted them to get. It didn't go over.
It could happen. I think that there's something that we take for granted that many people don't take for granted. And that is that we are in a unique couplehood that allows us to operate in our individual gifts, but while supporting one another to a common goal.
What a cool way to say that. It allows us to operate in our individual gifts, but at the same time supporting each other in a common goal. That was an almost brilliant sentence, baby. Maybe even brilliant. You didn't even realize that you was about to spot some brilliance. You didn't even know. You ain't even know. You ain't even is some of my favorite words too. You ain't even.
Can you spell it?
Not really. You ain't even know. So go ahead. You picked up that book over there for a reason.
Yeah, actually today I'm working on edits for 3 authors at the same time. Final edits are often challenging, and because they're just about tweaking and massaging, right? So that's what we're working on now. We're working on the 5th or 6th project from Reese Gaddy, If Walls Could Talk.
She is prolific.
So we've got some edits that we've got to apply to that project. And then the other project is downstairs. I'm excited about Intention, 90 Days to Create the Life You Desire.
Who's that by?
That is by Keisha Dixon.
Whoop, whoop. How about that? Y'all seen her on the show before. She's been a guest on our show before.
Yes, and I'm excited about that. I'm also looking forward to working on a heart project for one of my author's parents, actually. So, amen. I'm excited about that.
I bet Dr. Beverly says, Brian. She don't just look good. Lisa got it going on up there in that brain of hers. Yeah, she does. Looks ain't enough to keep a brother like me. Come on. I'm quality. She got to have looks and a brain and some doggy style.
Hey, Tarnez, you having a mountain sunrise? Is that what that is?
I don't get them all the times. I tell you, the emojis throw me off.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. So we are looking forward to helping you off the nail.
Moaning versus moving. You sitting on the nail whining, or you going to do something about it and move? Move or whine? You're going to complain or do something? Today, that's the question.
And the question goes back to choose this day who you will serve.
Because you can't serve them both.
If you're going to serve the complaint or issue that you have been dealing with forever and ever that has not served you.
It's like an altar. You built an altar where you go to complain about stuff. There's no jobs. No one is hiring. No one has any money. Nobody's buying my stuff. These people are cheap. My family won't support me. I'm not smart enough.
Well, you're building a case against yourself.
Yes. What I'm saying is people get good at that. They get really, really good at that. My business would be fine if my family would just support me. I've supported them on their stuff, and they won't support me on mine. That's whining. That's moaning. You could do something about it. You can move. You could try a different way. You could learn another way. You could get a coach or a mentor. It could be done. It could be done.
Or you can stay where you are. And if that's where you want to be, then maybe change the language about that too. This is where I desire to be. This is what I have designed for my life. This is what I have chosen. And if that is who and what you are, and you are accepting of it, embrace it. But if you have come to a place where that place is no longer comfortable, or maybe never was, or that you have some new thoughts or ideas about it, then it's possible that it is time to begin either looking at another option for yourself or transitioning. Good morning, Miss Vivian.
She made it, Miss Vivian. Right on time. It's 9:34. This show is called Let's Talk About It.
Today,
Go ahead. That pretty lady is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And my handsome husband is Brian K. McNeill.
And together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. That's who he is. Mm-hmm. This show has been going on since October of 2016, Monday through Friday. Yes, that long. And we talk about certain things. We talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
That's it. With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
Everything we do, every topic has to fit in that. Okay. And we do have an expressed ministry. And it is economic independence
through entrepreneurship. Beverly says, YouTube has said so many different times and told me different ways about changing your language. Your language only changes when your mindset changes. Your mindset changes, the heart is going to follow. Once your mind and your heart is on one accord, the language will automatically change, and then your actions become totally different. You too, not YouTube. Okay. Well, here's the thing.
That's autocorrect. That's fine.
Thank you for that. So
Kelly.
Well, I was going to respond to her. The thing is, honestly, and here's something that I probably don't want to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't think none of this happens automatically. I think that each level, when you change your thoughts become things. When you change your words become things. When you change your heart produces your thought, which produces your words. All of these things change together, but I think that each time you come to a new assessment, you must then reinforce that assessment, because it is very easy to revert back to what you knew versus what you know.
Well, language is way bigger than a lot of people realize. The whole science of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is the science of language, how we choose words.
I'm actually training in that.
You're training in that now? Good.
Mm-hmm. The NLP, addition of that, I already used some characteristics of it.
NLP certifications was very popular in the 90s. It was almost like you couldn't be taken serious
if you didn't use some elements of it.
Yep. Or have a certification in NLP. There's still some of them around, but it's one of those things to me, like it almost was. It's the science has been around for a long time, okay, but its popularity has risen and fallen.
Yes. Kelly goes on to say, thought. Reclaim your power, we choose to complain or to lean into our divine power and manifest our destiny. Let's be great, family. Absolutely. We get to choose
to complain or
choose you this day.
And button or will get you very far. Conjunction junction. How many of y'all know about that? If I say conjunction junction, I want to see who's going to write it down. What comes next?
We all need it, Vivian. That's the thing about movement or mourning. That's the whole thing about mourning or motion, is we all need it. We get to decide each and every day, am I going to sleep in? Am I going to get up? Am I going to go and seize the day, or am I going to let the day seize me?
Gotta tell you, I saw a movie last night. It was a great cigar movie. It was called Boss Level. Boss Level. I didn't think Lisa would like it, but this guy was doomed. He'd get killed every day, okay? And he had to keep repeating this level of his life. He ended up getting killed over 250 something times till he finally figured out how to get to the boss level of his life. And it was a lot of stuff going on all the time. And to get to another level, another point, another time, for a long time, he never lived past 12:47 p.m. until he finally learned what he got to do to live past 12:47 to 12:50. You know, and then it just was crazy. But this guy, Boss Level, he learned so much. Oh, yeah, there was a time where he was just giving up. When you said lay there again, he realized he can't figure this thing out. So every morning he would just lay in bed and let the assassin come in and kill him in his sleep every morning.
That's right, Vivian. That's right, Beverly. That's right, Phyllis. What's your function? Conjunction, junction.
That's right. What's your function? That's it.
Absolutely. I think that in all honesty, and I think this probably might get some pushback from some religious people, but I don't really care. We are a product of what we learn. And that is the area that I really embrace reincarnation. There is a need to come back if there is not a completed effort, if things are not completed. There is a need to come back. There is a need to finish the journey. Whether you come back as yourself or you come back as somebody else, even if you come back at all, is going to be determined by where you are when you transition.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the way you just said that, you might want to watch Boss Level.
Yep, I agree.
You might want to watch it. It's not, we were starting to do it. Let's go from the top, baby. We like to thank you guys that have been rocking with us for years. We like to thank you guys that have been consistent contributors. I'm looking for Pastor George Allen so he can debut his song, and Shy Smith so we can reinforce our song. But first up is Back to Life, Back to Katora Green.
However do you want it, however
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Katora Green, I am hopeful you had a great weekend. I know you and Tarnez probably walked 10,000 miles this weekend, but I hope you had a great weekend and enjoy each other and your dog. Okay. Dr. Deborah Dunstan, I hope you had a great weekend as well, but she has a jam as well.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach. Mm-hmm.
How cool is that, Dr. Deborah, to have those souls come into your home tomorrow? You got a chance to share. How cool is that? Stephanie Mars is here, and Stephanie, life has new meaning to me.
There's beauty up above,
things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love. Good morning, Stephanie.
I hope you're feeling better today.
She was under the weather?
A little bit. Good morning, Kelly.
Kelly, can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. What's up, my brother Kelly Little in my Biggie Smalls voice? What's up, man? Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Good morning, Brother Kelly. Thank you for joining us this morning. Felicia's here.
Felicia, we love you. You're the one for me. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Good morning.
I saw Jacqueline somewhere.
It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah. Good morning to you.
If you guys know of anyone named Jessica.
Oh my goodness.
I've had this same phone since 2012.
At least
since 2012, probably longer, 2010. I've had the same phone number, okay, since 2000. No, before that, okay. Anyway, let's say 2010, just to say. So that would be
11 years?
11 years with the same number. I think it's earlier than that, but let's say 11 years. I've had this phone number. And daily, I get a message. Now, whoever had my phone number before me, her name was Jessica, okay? And almost daily, I get messages for Jessica, okay? 11 years or more, just now. Jessica, we've upped your limit on your account. Jessica. Okay, stern Jessica, because this ain't Jessica's phone. This ain't Jessica's phone number. Ah!
He gives far too much energy to Jessica. Jacqueline Rosie, pretty little girl that I adore.
You're the only one my heart beats for.
How I'm glad that you are mine. Down. Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly is on the show. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Yes.
Tarnaz, we gotta get you a jam, man. Recommend something.
And
Miss Vivian's here.
Whoa, Vivian. Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian. How you doing?
Jacqueline goes on to say, I've been such a mover and a shaker most of my life. Years ago, people often believed that I was not homeless or without money. I developed a 3-day get your butt up, Jacqueline, and get figuring out what you're going to do about this situation. Wow. I just love life too much to moan and groan and stay stuck. Absolutely.
Man, thank you for sharing that, Dr. Beverly. If you're comfortable, she's given us permission before to tell her story. She has before, but I don't know if that's changed. But I want to tell some of your story today, if I can, Dr. Beverly, with your permission. Melissa Price is here.
Good morning, Melissa.
Bow. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. What?
Melissa's on. Good morning, Melissa.
I'm looking for Dr. Beverly's permission because there's some stuff I want to tell about her story.
She says, tell it.
Okay. First, we're going to do Mark Greer.
All right.
So wide you can't get around it.
So low
you can't get under it. So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Now, let me tell you this. Good morning, Mark. Beverly Uniquely Thomas, Lisa and I would see her around, and we recognized that she was a giver and she was a worker. She was helping people in the community. She was showing up for different things too. When Lisa had an opportunity to preach, she would show up. When Lisa got invited to preach at another place, she showed up there too. And we saw her supporting others, and we always saw her with a sweet, nice smile. She was always nice to us. We thought she was just such a nice lady and everything was great. What we didn't know was for 3 months, she had lived out of her car. She was homeless for 3 months and she still kept her job, but she didn't have a place to live but her car. She showered at a truck stop shower. Okay, daily. That's where she would go. That's what truckers do. She would do the same thing. She would go there and shower there. But and at the same time that we saw this sweet soul showing up for things, we know that she was giving out money to other people in need. She was giving out of what she had. She would hear about a situation of someone in need, and we know that she was giving money away while living in her car. Now, when Lisa and I discovered this, I was like, oh no, we can't have our sister like that. And I was like, look, you need to come in our living room or something, come to the house or something. And she goes, no, don't y'all worry about me. I'm fine.
She said it was 8.5 months.
8.5 months. Okay, excuse me. She says, don't y'all worry about me. I'm fine. And shortly thereafter, I want to say shortly because I remember the time, but she was blessed with a home. And Lisa and I, our hearts sang when we found out that sweet soul had a home, because we know she was not complaining. She was not letting life dictate how she felt. She was not letting the devil see her with her head dragged or head down. We saw her every time we saw her, her head was held high and she had a sweet smile on her face. Come on. That is a model for you right there. That's somebody you want to model after. To me, that what an amazing triumph story Dr. Beverly is.
Absolutely. Melissa says, I've been a grateful recipient of Beverly uniquely taking over generosity, and it still melts my heart to recall it. Amen.
Yes. What did Mark say?
But God.
But God, yes. But God, yes. Oh my Lord, so many others in that same situation would have been defeated. That's where I keep going back to. I never saw her defeated.
Absolutely.
Or complaining or wailing on a nail. That ain't her.
That's right. I won't complain. Vivian says she's such a sweetheart. Amen. And we get to continue to acknowledge one another. And that's a blessing in and of itself, is to be able to acknowledge the gifts and the love that we have for one another to one another rather than waiting.
I love that. Y'all stop. I'm going to cry. Well, I want you to feel the love of people that have gotten a chance to know you. The people that have gotten a chance to know you, I want you to feel their love.
Absolutely.
Miss Vivian up in New York, Melissa Price here in Charlotte. They want you to know they love you. Come on, girl. Because you've extended love.
Absolutely. That's right, Vivian. I just looked up the words, actually.
What word?
To that song. I've had some good days.
I've had some. It's sitting right here, the encyclopedia.
I've had some hills to climb. I've had some weary days. And some sleepless nights.
Now, if my family's on here, they're going to kill me. Okay, if any of my family, I'm going to tell this story. I'm not going to change any names to protect the innocent. Somebody in my family's going to come at me when I tell this story. But my Aunt Doretha passed away, and she was one of the favorite aunts of everybody because Aunt Doretha would laugh at everything. She had a really big and infectious laugh, and I thought of her as like the laughing aunt. She was always laughing. And when she passed away, it was very sad for everybody. But at the funeral, we had the program. Renee was going to sing a solo. Her daughter, Renee, my cousin. And none of us had ever heard Renee sing. And we was like, Renee going to sing a solo? Can Renee sing? We didn't know. I had never knew Renee to sing. And Renee's like 6 months younger than me. Okay. So she's my cousin, first cousin, grew up together. We know each other very, very well. Okay. So Renee was going to sing the solo. And we was like, what? And the song she was going to sing was I Won't Complain, that Lisa just started singing. And she came up there and she told the story about how her mother would sometimes start to feel a little bit sad, and she would have Renee sing this song to her. And she said it was her mother's favorite song. So Renee goes up to the front to sing this song, and she starts singing, and it was terrible. It was the worst rendition of I Won't Complain you ever heard. And it got comical early. And I don't know if y'all ever been at a funeral like this, but we couldn't stop laughing. I mean, we were bent over, rolling. Everybody was trying to, and then everybody realized it was bad singing. It was terrible. And I was like, man, we got a lot of good singers in our family. Why is Renee doing this? And I couldn't let it go. We were laughing. And then some people up front was trying to support Renee. But then even in the repass, after it was over, that's all we could talk about was Renee singing that. And everybody kept talking about, even driving home, there was no other topic. You couldn't let it go. And I laughed. And I laughed and I healed. I laughed at the repass. I laughed in the car. I laugh every time I think about that. Maybe that's the gift of Aretha.
I don't know.
Lisa, don't like that story?
No, I don't. And it's very unlike you to share that story. I was waiting for it to have an evolution, but that's fine. You're fine.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay. If we do know some stuff about each other, I'm hoping one of you guys have a story like that. Then been hacked. Oh yeah. She was homeless, but then been hacked, wiped clean, was blessed with some big money, quit my job. Ain't no stopping me now. I'm gonna keep it moving. It's my happy when I can help. Amen. Sister Felicia says, quick question. Is our father and willpower
is our faith and willpower?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Quick question. Is our faith and willpower a crossroad where blessings and miracles meet? It could be
willpower. Faith and willpower.
The thing is, oftentimes faith and willpower are not in the absence of challenge.
It's a parallel to when preparation meets opportunity. The faith could be the preparation or the learning. Okay. And the opportunity means it could be the will. I think they're different, actually, the more I talk it out.
Faith and willpower are different. Willpower is the desire.
I think faith and preparation is the same, and then willpower and opportunity, but they're not.
Well, I am excited about Monday getting started. I actually have several meetings today.
I hope you're excited about your Monday
and
too.
Several projects to complete. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking at the door because I am expecting someone early this morning. And so I'm excited.
Someone coming to the house?
Yeah. Finish that, Lisa. How you handle the challenge is where the miracle comes in and your faith grows. Absolutely.
Thank you.
That without the challenge, oftentimes our faith sits in inertia, without the opportunity to be brought into works. Beautiful Dr. Beverly, God does bless the blessors. My twins, who are now 39, spent their entire high school homeless. We slept in basements, floors, wherever we could. And no one at the school knew what was happening. God's grace was truly carrying us. Today, they're great givers with beautiful hearts.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow. What an amazing story. Sister Jacqueline, thank you for sharing it.
Absolutely. We're excited.
You don't know, man. You don't know where someone is.
And you don't know how they got to where they are.
That's either. Right. You don't know what they overcame.
Be mindful of how you judge. It really is. Judging can really be a waste of the imagination.
And it could actually be poison you take for yourself. Stop it. Okay.
Absolutely. We love you. Today is Monday. And don't forget to have sex.